Hello and thank you for clicking on another one of my birthday vlog videos. This time I'm going to talk about the year 2021. It's 2022 now and yeah, my birthday is on the 20th of January, so I'm using this birthday vlogs to reflect the last year. Oh my god, what a year it has been. Sorry right at the beginning if you hear strange background noises. It's hailing outside now and you might hear a little bit of that on the windows. Let's start with what happened in 2021. Well, it was a busy year and exhausting year and it went by very fast. And I think in Corona times it's always good when something moves forward really fast. At the end of 2020 and the beginning of 2021, we had really difficult times here at home because my mom was very ill, and that ended up in a lung transplant in February 2021. It was not about Corona, it was something different, but yeah, that was something that really kept us moving and busy in the last months of 2020 and the beginning of 2021. Like I said, in February she had her lung transplant and was a few weeks in hospital then, and after that she went to rehabilitation for 3 weeks, and after that around Easter in April she came back home. And in that time my dad and I decided to start renovations because I want to renovate my parents' home. This is the home and the house where I'm staying at the moment. So in case you are wondering where I am, we decided to make a marathon renovation in 14 days for the bathroom, so for the toilet. Let's say it needed an upgrade, and yeah, we did everything new. So the toilet is new, the tiles are new, the plumbing is completely new, the light is new, and every time I'm looking there, I'm looking at the door where the toilet is in, so I'm thinking about what we did with this room. And it was really a lot that we did. We tried to make as less dirt and chaos as possible, because after these 14 days my mom came home and we wanted to surprise her and keep her away from all the dirt and from getting in contact with the workers that were running around in these days. After a lung transplantation you should not get in contact with anybody except your family. So yeah, that's why we did all that before she came back home. And in this time, in April, before she came home, there was Easter. My little son went on an Easter egg hunt in the garden. I hid everything that he found later very early in the morning, so I was running around there trying not to waking up when I got out of the bedroom. And yeah, I was hiding chocolates and eggs and little presents in the garden. And he first, when he started the Easter egg hunt, he was really shy, and after he found the first things he was really into it. He loved it and he could not wait for next year, so for this year. Yeah, and that was April. In May there was my mom's 60th birthday, and because of the lung transplantation she really wanted to celebrate, but at the same time she could not meet anyone. So what we did was a window meeting with family and friends. So the people rang the doorbell outside and they were standing outside in the front garden, and she was standing there at the window in the living room and waved out to them and was talking a little bit to them. So it was about 5 meters or more that were between her and these people. A strange way to celebrate a 60th birthday, but everybody was happy that she is going back to normal again. In December 2020 she could not even talk, she could not walk, and she could not do anything, and now she is like her old self, and that is really a miracle. And we were celebrating this on her 60th birthday with the whole family and friends and colleagues, and yeah, everybody that wanted to come around and say hello. In June I got 2 new doors inside, so this is one you see at the moment, and there are 2 left that I will get this year. It's the one for the bathroom, the real bathroom, the washroom, and the one for the kitchen. And I'm going to talk about it a little bit later. But what we did in 2021 was the renovation of the bathroom, of the toilet, and getting new doors. And in the front yard, in the front garden, I took every plant out. I dig up every bush and flower I could find, because next year or this year there will be a lot of construction work outside, and I will get a new entry room and an entry space. And yeah, for that I wanted to save all the plants that I could save. I also painted the walls in the garden white and grey. One of my favorite colors is white, so I guess you see that with all the interior that I have here sitting around me. And yeah, this is what I did in June. We also went a lot to Family Park in Rust or St. Margareten. My son and I went there. Family Park in Rust is something like a smaller version of Disney World, but without all the Disney characters. A lot of different corners. One corner is ancient Greek and Rome, one corner is Farm World, one corner is dragons and knights, then there is forest and woodland animals. I have no idea how many times we went there last year, but my son loves it, and yeah, that's the reason why we went almost every 14 days to Family Park. We also went to the swimming pond in St. Margareten, which is also very nice, and I enjoy the peace and the nature there. And even there are a lot of people, you do not really get in contact with them because the pond is that big, and I really like that, and it's for free. Every time we went to the swimming pond in St. Margareten, we also went to Trausdorf to get some ice cream, because there is an ice cream shop. In summer, so speaking about June, July, August, I was working a lot in the pharmacy. I didn't really have a free day because I said that I will let everyone else go on holiday first with the family, and after that in autumn I will have my free days. But oh my god, in September it was really time for me to have a spare day, a free day. I went to Neutal, a youth and family hotel with my son. A friend of mine is working there, and she booked us in for one night. And after this one night, on the next day we went to Lutzmannsburg, Sonnentherme, so it was a big bath. And yeah, with a lot of slides, and there was also a big blue tractor in one of the pools, and my son loves tractors. It was a nice day there, but also very exhausting because warm water, children that don't want to get out of the water, speaking of my son, and many people that should not have been there, because first they said that will be limitations about the booking in, so you should book fast if you want to get into the bath. And then they let everybody in. I think there were about 3,000 or 4,000 people in this bath. The time we did not spend in the water, we went outside in this garden area and relaxed a little bit there, and then we went back into the water. After the third time we had been in the pool, we went back home, so it was a long drive home, and my son fell asleep as soon as we left the parking area. And this was September. In October it was my son's third birthday, and it was on the 20th of October, and everything was about tractors. I had many surprises planned for this day, and everything worked out, and yeah, it was just amazing. He was happy the whole day, I was happy. In the morning we went on a little walk around in our village, and we saw 3 tractors, so this was a sign. And after this walk we went back home, we had lunch, he had a nap, and it was party time, so my family came. I was working on a birthday cake for 2 days. I baked one, a square cake. It was separated in 3 fields, so one was with Strohballen, I don't know what they are called in English. One was with a mähdrescher that was cutting grass, Then there was a little road with a tractor, a blue tractor, and this blue tractor had a birthday candle with the number 3. And there was another field with pumpkins, and these pumpkins were Smarties. There was a fence around the whole cake. I built a fence with fondant. Between the fence there were little flowers, and maybe I'm going to post a picture of the cake that I made. As soon as he saw this birthday cake, he was in awe and could not speak because he loved it so much. Then we had a tractor ride with my brother, going through fields and crops and vineyards for 30 minutes, and my son was sitting on his lap. I was driving behind this tractor, and the two of them in my car and filming everything. We went back home. He was playing with his toys that he got, with his presents, also all tractor related. And the whole day was full of tractors, and he was the happiest boy. Then November started, and he should have started in a new kindergarten group. After he turned 3, he had to go into the group with the bigger and older children. And we had been there for 1.5 hours, 2 days only, and he got corona there. So that was really something we did not expect and of course did not want, but thank God he had no symptoms, he had no problems. We just had to stay home for 14 days, and in these 14 days of course I could not go to work because I had to look after him, and I could not let my son get into contact or get near my parents. These have been strange 14 days, and he did not understand why he had to stay in the house and at home, because he did not feel ill, sick, anything. He did not have fever, he did not have a cold, a cough, anything like that. In this year we had a lot of children, sicknesses, illnesses. Schafplattern, I think varicella zoster virus, we had that. We had hand-mouth-foot illness this year. I'm not sure if you know what this is, Hand-und-Fuß-Krankheit. It's very common here in the last 8 years. So of course we had that because of kindergarten. We had a lot of strange illnesses and colds this year that nobody has yet identified what they were, and many children had this in summer. So it was some strange fever for 3 or 4 days. Then after these 4 days everything was okay, and then the cough started, and the cough lasted for around 4 weeks. So we had 3 weeks of heavy coughing, mostly in the evening or at night. This was a strange illness nobody has known before, and I think probably 3/4 of the whole kindergarten had that. And of course we had that too. And this year was really a heavy illness year for us. After November and this corona infection that he just had, and thank God I did not catch it too. I was sleeping with my FFP2 mask at night, and I had it on my face for almost 24 hours a day. It kept me from getting ill too. So thank God for his masks and for all the remedies I had at home that I took while he was ill. And December started, and of course Christmas time, and this time in December, early December, we had snow for the first time in I think 20 years in December. Thank God we bought a sleigh in October. We did not know if there will be snow in winter this year, but we bought one, and thank God we had it then. And we were having a late night sleigh walk with my father, with his grandfather. It was a great adventure. He had never been on such a sleigh ride before, and I remember that we did a lot of these sleigh rides when my brother and I have been children, and I wanted my son to have this memory too. And we did a lot of Christmas cookie baking, and we had the Christmas tree put up here in this room. It's a big room, so I'm probably going to show you this room next year in my next year's vlog. And Christmas was a little bit different 2021 than it was in 2020, because my mom was here in this room too. In 2020, like I said, she could not walk or do anything, she was just laying in bed. And this year she was here, joking around, laughing, and opening the presents like everybody else, and it was just different. Then December was over, and now it's January. My birthday was 2 days ago, and I took a day off from pharmacy and spent it with my son at home. On this day I had a migraine the whole day because the weather was so crazy. First it was sunny, then there was rain, then there have been a lot of wind and almost storm. Again sunshine, and after that there was a black wall coming from Iron City and a snowstorm started, and in less than 1 hour everything was white. So the whole day was just crazy with the weather, and I felt that with my head. On the next day I took my son and we went sleighing on Kinderspielplatz, so on the playground. We have been the first people there on this day and the only people there, so we were running around in the snow for 1.5 hours, and I really enjoy spending time with my son. And I want to spend as much time as possible with him, give him adventures and memories, childhood memories that he can cherish forever. We had a lot of different adventures, went to many places we would not usually go, and that's my aim again for this year. And another thing that I'm looking forward in 2022 is the renovation of my house, my home here. I will be getting a new kitchen this year. Yeah, we are even going to take off some part of the roof so that we can stock up the walls and make the kitchen bigger, the future kitchen, and then put the roof back on again. So this will be a big part of renovation this year. And we are also going to build a new room or new entry. Then we are going to renovate the bathroom, the washroom. Yeah, this will be a lot of work. We are trying to do that in April, the beginning of April, because my mom is back on rehabilitation again. She can do that every year from now on. She will be there for 3 weeks, so we are trying to do as much as possible in these 3 weeks. I hope that the weather is good, because when you take off the roof of the house and then there will be a lot of rain or even snow and wind, it will not be the perfect weather condition for such an adventure. So let's hope that everything will work out as planned. This was my birthday vlog from 2022, talking about 2021. I hope that maybe we are going to see each other again in 2023, talking about 2022. Thank you. Thank you all for coming back and watching all of these videos. And yeah, till next time. Bye!